Let's talk about money and how to not run out of it in 2 Point Museum. Because let's be real here, in the most of the 2 Point games, money is not really too much of an issue. In 2 Point Museum, though, well, that changes very quickly. Yes, in the first level, you will get quite a bit of money, and the game is basically guiding you so that you can always make money. But the moment you are going into other museums, you might realize, oh, oh, I'm losing money. Oh, what is going on here? I'm running out of money here in just a few days. What am I supposed to do? So don't panic. There are actually quite a bit of reasons why you might have a money issue. And more importantly, what you can do about it. So, the first thing, let's identify a little bit where your money is going to. And you have some actually really handy finance overview here, which tells you how much money you are making per month and how much money you are spending per month, right? And you always want to have more on the income than on the outcome. Duh. But you might wondering, wait, where is that money actually going to? And you can see here that most of my money is going to staff wages. And this is where the real problem is. Staff can become super expensive. And the good news is that the non expert staff, like the assistant, the janitor, and the security guards, are not that expensive, right? They are not costing that much. You can see it right here. This is their salary. You are paying them. And it's actually not that dramatic in comparison. But the moment you are going to the experts, you can see that the money is going up very quickly, especially when they are rising in level. Like when you have like a level 5 expert, they can cost you 17,000 or even more, right? So you really have to be careful with how many experts you have running around. And I highly recommend at the beginning, don't buy too many experts. Always get an expert if you really need be. And maybe look, if you already have an expert, you can level up and then you can train in the requirement you need. Because keep in mind, when they are leveling up, when they are getting trained more and more, they also want a raise. And you have to give them that at some point, and it gets more and more expensive. And the more people you have, the more people they want to have a raise. Well, you can already see where this is going. So be very careful that you don't overspend. That's basically what I did here in this museum. I hired a lot of people, and you could argue that I don't necessarily need that many people. I basically have people who are always waiting in the wings when somebody is going on a break that they can jump in. And frankly speaking, that's a waste of money. So be careful with how many people you hire. But there is another reason on why you are probably running out of money, and that has also to do with the hires, and those are the expeditions. Because at the beginning, when you were starting your first expeditions, you can see the expedition cost here, and you realized, oh, well, that's cheap. Yeah, that's not really a problem. That's completely manageable, right? But the further you were going into the expeditions, you realize very quickly those numbers are going up. And you need, again, also hire experts to do those expeditions, right? You will have some possible events where people can even die, right? So you want to have some high level experts which also have the abilities you need. That means you have to hire them again, you have to train them, and then you need to give them the pay raise again, yada, yada, yada. So it's not just the expedition cost, which is taking a lot of money from you. It's also all the people, again, you will need for those expeditions. So the best thing I can tell you here is stay in those expeditions as long as possible as you can. Get like all the items out of them to really make some money from that. And then when you feel like you have now quite a bit of money as as a boost, then you can go to the next expedition. That's something you want to look out for. But okay, that's basically how I can cut my costs and how I can make sure that I'm not spending too much money. But how do I make money more? Well, as I said, this handy little chart here is really helpful when it comes to get an understanding on where to make your money from. And you can already see it. Your average monthly donations is definitely something you want to boost very quickly. So that means you want to put in those donation stands wherever you can. And you can have multiple ones because sometimes when you don't have the personnel, they will fill up very quickly. And when they're full, nobody will spend any money on that anymore. So put like one or two next to each other that people can actually utilize them, or even three if they're really spending a lot in an area. And that's better than only having one and then it's filled up and you're not making money anymore, which is not really something you want. Sponsorships are also really nice to get. You might want to go for that. You can see some sponsorships right here, and you see the conditions. They can actually make you quite a bit of extra money. If you're wondering what the monthly grant is, you are seeing popping up here. It's basically a little bit of a difficulty boost you are getting from the game. So you can, depending on the difficulty, the monthly grant you are getting from the game will be higher or lower. I think the lowest is 1,000. I think it's the lowest, or even zero, and the highest is 10,000 you can get per month. Then you have also the ticket sales, which is definitely one of the lowest. Even if you are cranking up the ticket numbers, you're not getting too much from the ticket sales. What really makes you money at the beginning, and I highly recommend that, is a gift shop. They will make you money. Make always sure that somebody is in the gift shop and is selling at all times. And tours, especially at the beginning when you don't have that many attractions yet or that many exhibitions. Tours are a fantastic way to make money. You will unlock them in the campaign after a little bit. It doesn't take that long. And you should always have some experts who can run the tour for you. And again, the amount of money you will make from the tour will also rise when you have more and more expeditions being shown here. And it will all add up to slowly make you money. As I said, you're not swimming in money anymore, right? It's not the old times of you making 50,000 per month and you only spend 5,000 or something like that. They have definitely balanced it a little bit more. But the biggest overkill are the staff wages. The moment you get that under control, it will become much easier. And that means if you already have that problem, you might have to fire some people. I know nobody wants to do that, but better than having your museum going under. With that said, we're at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and also consider to subscribe if you want to see more 2-Point Museum videos and of course strategy games, which we are focusing on here exclusively on the Mole Under Management channel. With that said, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Stay safe.